You guys want to know what a real shop looks like? Well, I'm here with my man Shawn from SE Shirts and Hoodies. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Bates from T-Shirt Size, and I help you start t-shirt businesses from home, wherever you at. And today, man, I'm here with my boy Shawn from SE Shirts and Hoodies, man. I don't even know how long ago I reached out to you, man, but it's been like we known each other for a long time. We call each other with questions and headaches and problems and, you know, with everything that we've been doing. And it's been fun, and you guys are about to watch us go through a full tour of his new facility. It's still under construction, and if you stay tuned to the end, you're gonna see my logo go up on this wall or the other side over there right after the intro. Guys, like I said in the intro, man, we out front of SE Shirts and Hoodies here in Denver, Colorado. My man Shawn is going to give us a full tour. When we done, I'm going to turn it over to him, and I'm just going to be behind the scenes. I might throw out a couple questions about some things so that we can get some more information. But right now, real quick, let them know who you are and where they can find you.
I'm Shawn with SE Shirts and Hoodies. You can find me on YouTube, SE Shirts and Hoodies, Instagram, SE_Shirts and Hoodies. That's where you can find me.
All right, bro, I'm about to flip the camera around, and let's get to the tour.
Alright, so this is the office. Standing, let me clean up. I'm OCD. He told me it's good like this. Obviously, we're still working. All this stuff right here is a part of the giveaway. The 330 TX, the Pro pre-treat, little office area. There's a bathroom. I'm not really in there, so I gotta still finish a lot of stuff. But this is the shop. I guess we can start this way.
Let's go this way. Yep. Go
around. So. All right, we're gonna start right here. This is the Ricoma MT1501 that I purchased from Ricoma, single head. We've outgrown it. We've got to start expanding this whole wall, try to get a 6-head in here. Very good machine, very good customer service. Over here, it's basically just our tables to fold, to line up embroidery, to hoop stuff. All these boxes we got to get done. Everything on the floor we got to get done. This is our stock up here.
What shirts are you using?
Right now I use predominantly AS color.
Right.
To me, AS color is the best out there until I find something different. But the blacks don't fade. They stay black. They hold prints good, regardless whether it's screen printing, DTG. They're just amazing shirts. So this is where this whole shop started. This vinyl cutter right here. It's a, I don't even know what it's called. Oh, it's a Graphtec. Yeah. CE 60,000 plus, something like that. I don't even know how to use it. Every time I try to cut vinyl, I get a hold of Stan because I want to break it. It takes me like 6 hours to cut one glitter shirt. But this is the printer for that we use for all our transparencies for screen printing. Obviously, we have the 2 DTGs in here, computers for each DTG. These are both of them are Omni 330 TX Plus printers. Great printers. In my opinion, they're the best on the market. If we come back here, Hotronix heat press, 16 by 20 auto clam with the lower heated plan. This is like, I would say is the most important thing when it comes to DTG is the lower heated plan.
Why is that?
It's gonna take your DTG box away. It's gonna, your cure times are cut probably 80%, I would say. So, you know, at this point, I'm starting to realize time is money. So the quicker that I can get a job done and the more efficient with the good quality that I can get it done, the more money I'm gonna make. So this right here is probably the piece of equipment in the shop that, bar none, this is, man, it's made me more money than probably anything else just because of how much time it saves me. So this is the Pearl PTM. This is a pre-treat machine for DTG. Obviously you have to pre-treat your garments before you print them, and then you take it to the heat press. But me and Stan got a video coming out on that, so make sure you guys tune in for that. We'll go over the whole process. has Stan in here printing shirts like he was a pro.
10 minutes, man. I'm a
10 minutes, so-
DTG GOAT now.
So yeah, so it's easy. Anybody can do it. You know what I mean? This is the
Wait. What you trying to say, bro? It's easy. Anybody can do it.
I'm saying if you put your mind to it, you can do it. You know, I don't care if you're a 12-year-old kid watching this video or a 60-year-old grandma. Like, it's never too late or too early. Like, if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Real quick, I see something on the table right here. I see you got some Supercolor. How can Supercolor help a business out like yours?
Yeah, obviously
DTG.
You see Supercolor in here. You see the embroidery machines, DTGs. Just shoot that way and show them a quick little sneak peek. I mean, I got everything in here. So at times when I get swamped, like, I'm a one-man band show. So I do everything around here. Every single thing I do. Sometimes I might get a little help here and there, but I do everything. Nothing leaves this shop without my hands on it. So when I'm in time crunches and when I just need help getting these big orders, like this order is like, how many? 650 piece order, plus I still got those boxes to do that. Everything's due in a few days. Like, I'm always in a crunch, it seems like. So the reason why I go with Supercolor is because the quality is good. They're super easy to use. I mean, if you guys have seen my videos, I've had little hiccups, but that's why I brought Stan out here, so he could help me out, because, you know, I'm not afraid to say I need help. You know
guess
what
what
I mean?
happened, man? It's the pressure. It's the pressure. This press is
Yeah.
a little bit off.
So we
but
figured
cool.
it out. You know, but I put all my trials and tribulations out there. So, you know, if I don't have a good day, I put it out there. If I have a good day, I put it out there. But I think these transfers, the way that they feel good. The speed of getting them here, like, I only overnight them because I'm always in a crunch when I need them. So the way that they get here, how quick they get here, I could never say nothing bad about Supercolor. So that's why I use them. That's why I love them. Get this on. So this is a Rock Fit. It's an automatic press, 4-color, 8-station. The reason why I got the Fit and nothing bigger is because how small it is. And honestly, I mean, it's small for an auto. Like, we could break it down and it'll fit through a doorway type small. So when I got into screen printing, I didn't even think about auto. It just, you know, as the ball kept rolling and, you know, salesmen got involved, I ended up getting an auto. But the reason why I only got a 4-color auto is because it's hard to set up 4 colors. I'm new to this. So if I'm barely setting up 4 colors and it's taking me this long, like, anything over 4 colors, I'm just gonna DTG it. Like, I'm to a point where if I have to run 2 DTGs, like 100 shirts is a couple hours to me. So if it's multiple color, I'll DTG it. If it's 1 or 2 colors and it makes sense, I'll screen print it. Or, you know, if it's 500 shirts, I'll Supercolor it. So I just use whatever method is the quickest, the easiest, the most efficient, and makes me the most money and makes most sense. So it doesn't matter how I get it done, as long as I get the job done.
I gotta get my logo up here, man. They be trying to get me. He trying to get me to do it myself. You see Heart and Hustle printing up there.
Look,
he got the TSH right there. I gotta put it up, man. Being a little lazy though. My hands don't go that high. Right?
I got a ladder.
Let's talk about this one right here.
This one's Riley Hopkins 300 manual press. Obviously, hence the word manual. You got to do everything. You see, it's still not even 100% set up. We're trying to get used to what's going on. Everything has lasers on it, side clamps. This one is a 6-color
4-station.
4-station.
Yeah.
6-4. So yeah, I mean, it's well built. You guys see all the green in here. Riley Hopkins, Rock. I just chose to go with them because I felt like that's a company that was gonna work for me.
Now, question. So, what jobs will you use your manual for versus using the auto?
So, like, let's say the other day I had to do some barbershop shirts. There's only 12 shirts, single color. Like, I was like, man, I'm just gonna set them up on the manual. And I did this clothing line right here, mine at large. Check them out. I think his was only like 15 shirts. It didn't make sense for me to set up the auto because, you know, I got a compressor and, you know, same process, but I just felt like this is easier. So with like clothing tags, we do a lot of clothing companies. When they want the inside tags done, it doesn't make sense to run it on the auto because I'm gonna have to make a screen and try to like, it's just, the auto is good and it's fast, but you have to pick your battles with the auto. So that's why I got this. This is where I do all my tags at.
All right, what we got over here?
So this is basically our supply area. We stay stocked up on everything because, you know, that downtime, I've learned downtime will kill you. If you're waiting for some ink to come in, or you're waiting for some pre-treated DTGs, or you're waiting for chemicals, or you're waiting for stuff, you're essentially losing money. You can't get to that order. So what I've just learned over time is just stock up on it. You're gonna use it anyway. So just keep reapplying the money to the business and make it grow. We got screens up here. We got our dryer for our compressor right here.
So you got some special screens. Tell me about those.
All right, so from what I learned, a lot of people may know and a lot of people may not know. So there's like, I don't even know the terminology for it. So I'm trying to teach you as I'm learning. So if don't, 5 years down the road, remember this video type thing. So there's screens that are called thin thread, and there's regular screens. So regular screens are obviously regular screens. They have the thread going up and down. Thin thread has the same amount per square, but the thread is thinner, so it allows more ink to flow through it. So instead of being like a 157, it's probably equivalent to like a 110 or a 120. Don't quote me on that, but just so you kind of
generalized basis right there.
Yeah. So
what else we got?
All I use are FN, or obviously Riley Hopkins, FN ink. I use all their products. That's just what I'm learning with. There's probably better products out there, but this is what's working for me at this time. So that's what I'm running with. Back there, it's just all squeegees and supplies.
I think this is pretty cool right here, man. You got the glass door. I ain't never see that. Look at, y'all see me right there? T-shirt size all day, man. Nah.
Sometimes it's better to be cheap. Sometimes cheaper things end up being more expensive, but when I was building this out, I got this door off Craigslist for like 20 bucks. It was a shower enclosure, so opens both ways. It's, you know what I mean? It's
tinted it out.
It's 20 bucks.
So we got it here.
So this is dark room. All our screens, exposure unit. Again, this is an X-Vector LED from Ryonet.
What's this used for? So for the people who don't know what the exposure is for, let them know how this process kind of works a little bit. See if I can get a good angle.
The process works. You take a screen with nothing on it. You have to put emulsion on it. After you put emulsion on it, it's gonna look something like this, where it has a little coat. Can you get that in the camera stand?
Yep, I got it.
It has this coating on there.
Well, the green you can't see because of the light, but it's change the color of the light real quick. All right, you should be able to get a better view right there. All right, yeah.
So this emulsion right here, it feels dry, but it's not cured. So once you put your image on it, it's basically we're gonna put it in here in the exposure unit. You just lay it down.
You got any films, nigga?
I got one.
Grab a film real quick. We ain't gonna burn nothing. We're just gonna show you guys the general process.
Basically, we'll put the film on the screen, put it in the exposure unit. It vacuums it, turns on some exposure lights, and it basically hardens everything around the black area. So I know that's kind of hard to understand when you're new to this type of stuff, but it hardens everything around it, and whatever's black is still malleable, so it's still soft.
The light doesn't touch it, so it doesn't cure. It's light sensitive.
Yeah, so it doesn't cure. Then you just take it to the sink. I don't know why I'm trying to close it, not like I'm burning it, but you take it to the sink, and after you wash it out, it's gonna look something like this. It's gonna have all those open areas, and this is basically where you're gonna print.
The ink goes through those stencils, basically. All right.
So it's small, but it's efficient. This table right here, I'm trying to figure out a DIY type project to where I can line up my screens easier, because the stand knows, man, registering screens, probably with being that we don't have that much, or I don't have that much experience doing it, I gotta find a quicker, more efficient way, because spending 3 days trying to line up one job is not time efficient, and you're just gonna lose money.
Hey man, with all this equipment here, you know they got machines that actually print on the screens for you, right?
Yeah, and that's another 20, 30 grand though. You know what I mean? I mean, so, you know, every single turn you go, it's gonna be another 10 grand ain't bad when you spend it one time, but go ahead and spend 10 grand 50 times, it makes a big difference.
No
you know,
question.
On a small scale, if you spend $100 one time, it's not that much. You spend it 100 times, you know, you're gonna feel it a little bit. So, you know, we gotta grow and we gotta keep coming up with different ways so I can make this company more efficient, more automated, and more price friendly for customers. And that's pretty much where I'm at. The scalability is the hard part. So careful what you guys wish for when you guys are getting into this.
All right, so to wrap this video up, man, just give somebody some generalized advice about getting into this business. I know you done came a long way pretty fast, but if you were starting from scratch, I know in a previous video you said that you would outsource a lot, but let's say you wanted to be hands-on. Out of all of these pieces of equipment, I know you kind of having a rough start with screen printing. Where would you start, and what would you kind of do as far as getting into being in production?
I guess I would have to look at the space that I have, right? Because if I don't have any space, like obviously transfers and outsourcing is your best, you know, no offense, but if you live at home with your parents and you only have a one bedroom, you just have your bedroom and you're confined to that, like you can't use the garage or nothing, and all you could put is a heat press, then go with transfers. But you know, you got a full garage and you could play with the garage. I would say either go with DTG or with screen printing. You could even start with the vinyl cutter just to get your feet wet, but me and the vinyl cutter don't get along, so my experience has always been bad, so I'm kind of biased, so I'm sorry, you know. We already talked about that, Stan, so it's hard to say. You have to analyze your situation and see where your customer base is, because if you already have a customer base, they're coming to you for certain items already. So if they're coming to you for multicolor items, multicolor garments, your best bet is probably DTG them, unless they're putting in 1,000, 2,000 piece orders. If you're already getting single colors, 2, 3 colors, they're used to the vinyl, I would say jump into screen printing, because you're pretty much gonna get that same style. But, and I'm saying this with like from a beginner's mind state.
Right.
Like, you know, you cut vinyl, it's either 1 color, 2 color, 3 color. It's cookie cutter.
I think that's what you're trying to say is the same thing I say. The vinyl cutter translates into screen printing because the colors that you cut separate is the same as color separation when it comes to screen printing.
Exactly.
And the things you can't do with the vinyl cutter, which you actually like the full color stuff, you know, you got to go to an inkjet, you got to go to some form of full color print. And I think that's why it's the best reason. So I completely understand, and they kind of got the general basis. If not, they just got it right there. But I think you're giving great advice, man. You got to do the best with what you have and where you are. That's space, that's finances, that's knowledge, that's all of those things combined. You got to make a decision based off of that stuff, what's best for you. So I think this is great, man. One more time, let them know where they can find you at. How they can even order from you. Some people already was asking on the live yesterday, how can they place an order and stuff like that. So get all that in there.
So I'm Shawn. I have my YouTube channel, SC Shirts and Hoodies. You guys go check it out. You guys can see the journey. You can see all this equipment up and close. I'm also on Instagram at SE_shirts and hoodies. And if you guys ever need to place an order, you guys get a hold of us. Well, it's just me right now, so I'm gonna talk to each and every one of you guys. So again, thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Stan, for this tour. We didn't talk about the dryer, but
oh shoot, let's get to it real quick.
we didn't talk about the dryer.
Got
just
a
seen it
second
out the corner of my eye, but
first let's go up here.
So that's a Riley Cure dryer.
That's something we use with your manual.
Yeah, I got that because this dryer was being built. This dryer is a BBC. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna chop it up. Aeolus dryer.
Better than me.
The reason why I went with this dryer real quick is because it dries water-based. It dries plastisol. It dries discharge. It has settings for DTG. It has settings for all this stuff already into its interface, and everything's touchscreen. So you got to keep up with the industry. But that one is the first dryer that I bought, and right now it's just kind of wall art. I used it twice, and then once this dryer came in, I put it up there. You know what I mean? It's wall art right now because obviously, I'm already tight for space. I can't put another dryer in here. So
All right, guys.
That's
So
where we're at.
we're gonna wrap this joint up. You guys can stay tuned for after the intro. I'm gonna go ahead right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my logo up here, man. You gotta have friends that support you, man. I told you guys in the last video how I found this guy talking stuff about YouTubers, like some people out here do, but good guy, man. Good heart. Got a lot of wealth of knowledge, man. Definitely a hard worker, as you can see, man. How long have you been in the print industry?
I would say less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years. You done came a long way, man. Look at the shop, man. Let's go give you guys a one around, and then we gonna drop the outro.